Happy 420, my peeps across the border. That's right, the day after Bitcoin halving. We don't condone anything illegal or naughty on this channel. No. This isn't the place for that. But this is the place for breaking news. Along with crypto news like Sailor getting ready to buy more BTC because he thinks it's going to go up. What about Grayscale? Massive outflows, but ETF saw big inflows. It just was that Grayscale is a loser. Why Grayscale is a loser? Well, it affects a lot of crypto. I'm going to share it with you. So let's have some fun this 420, the day after the Bitcoin halving. Come on. There he goes out, then relight the fire. What's up, dudes and chicks? Reverend Funky says, check out Nobody by Skindred. I did. We've been sharing some tune talk here in the chats. Oh, do your favorite creators hang out with you in the chats? Brendan's like, what's your top 3 training songs? I gave him some lengthy response action. Look at that. I love hanging out with you. Even Joe Buddy is like, Klaus, ICP had a small run. Does it make it the alt run? But Joe, it's been ICP, Render, BNB, Maker, Sol, VeChain, pretty much everyone else. Avalanche, Aptos, Near, Meme, Doge, Dog with Hat, Filecoin, Rune. Those have all pumped. But let's talk about some breaking news. Let's talk about stuff happening in crypto. And let's hang out a little bit this 420. Now, for those of you that are just like, look, I simply don't give a fuck. Awesome. Golf clap. We love you. Because I simply don't give a fuck either. If you haven't figured it out by now, Bitcoin sitting at 65,000, ETH 3167, Sol 151, looking healthy. Look at ICP clawing its way back. Not at that $20 mark, but looking good. Now, why does this look weird? Because I have this for the 1 month up on the screen. And what I wanted to share with you is there are some winners and losers. And there are people in the comments that are like, bro, the heat map is stupid. Bro, why do you only talk about a couple cryptos? What do you think the heat map segment is in the beginning? I could tell you whatever news you want to hear about Ballsack, Whiff Coin, Hat, Wang, Donkey, whatever. I'll show you the price and that sums it up, right? So that's why I like using the heat map. I like changing out the time frames on there so you can kind of see what's been hot and what's been not. For instance, Dog with Hat. Last month, only up 1.5%, but look at HBAR, down 22%. Filecoin up 6%. So there are some big winners. There are some big losers on this. The favorites that we cover in this channel, XRP, by the way, sitting at 53 cents, up 5% in the last month. And where is XLM? It's just getting smaller and smaller. XLM down 11% in the last month. Look at optimism right there, down almost 30. So see, things are moving. Now, what's the breaking news? Damn it, it's idiots spending more money. So when it's like, hey, even if it's not legal in your country, again, I'm not telling people to do stuff. I'm not condoning it. Just do whatever the fuck you want because these government people are fucking idiots and they're spending our money like drunken sailors. And I love the Navy, so I'm not ripping on the Navy, but y'all are really good when you come in after you need to blow off some steam and you party pretty hard. Okay? Just throwing it out there. So like, they approved this. And what bothers me about this is coming from the House, and the House has been more fiscally conservative than the Senate. So check it out. With an overwhelming vote, my nuts, I'm not voting for any of you fucking scumbags coming up here soon. With an overwhelming vote, the $61 billion in aid for Ukraine passed in a matter of minutes. A strong showing as American lawmakers race to deliver a fresh round of bending the U.S. taxpayer over. Many Democrats cheered on the House floor and waved blue and yelled, fuck off. Seriously, like, I do not support this. I thought politicians were supposed to represent the overall cross-section of their districts. Well, guess what? A lot of the districts that we live in, they're voting for this bullshit, and you know our districts wouldn't be down with this. You think people in the South give a shit about what's happening in Ukraine? Hell no. They're worried about everything being expensive. They're worried about the eggs being expensive. They're worried about land being expensive, rent being expensive. Meanwhile, let's just piss some more money away over to Ukraine. Do you see any of your value for that? No. So yeah, this kind of pisses me off because you know what? This is both sides of the aisle. And I'm not picking sides. We did our work here, and I think history will judge it well, said a weary speaker, Mike Johnson, Republican, who risked his own job to marshal the package to fucking pass it. Shut up, man. Like, it's just like, this is just like a cash cow. This is just money going to places that it doesn't need to, because we can't even fix the United States yet. We've got homeless people all over the fucking place. It's getting worse. I've been to DC recently. It's getting really bad. It's getting really, really bad. Was in Vegas not too long ago. That wasn't so fucking good either. So we got a lot of homeless problems, which is really sad. Spreading. We got drug abuse problems. Sad. Spreading. We got bridges with some problems, sad, eroding, spreading too, I guess. You know, maybe bridges got herp and they're just passing it to each other via water. Holy shit, we just solved why bridges are breaking down. But, like, we got all this infrastructure crap, and it's not just the United States. This is in countries all across the globe. Sending money to Ukraine. Oh, I support Ukraine. Shut the fuck up, dude. None of us want this crap. Things are so expensive as it is, and y'all are like, look, here's another 61 billion. Do you know what that 61 billion could do to improve the schools in the United States? Do you know how many kids we could feed? Hey, guess what? I live in a district where schools, like for food for kids, it's all free. Yeah, even through the summers, they feed the kids out here because there's so many kids that just do not have like meals. They don't have breakfast, lunch, or anything like that. I'm telling you. And we're sitting here sending this money to these people over there. Oh, great. Awesome. Let's just support the military-industrial complex. Let's just support the Democrats and their cronies over there. Zelensky and that fucking jackwagon. You know that money isn't going all to them. Dude, did I just go on a legit rant? Let me hydrate quick and we'll continue. Meanwhile, let's go to the next one. Okay. This is like my third electrolyte tab today, and I've needed them because that training session kicked my ass. Michael Saylor's MicroStrategy may reveal more Bitcoin by next week. Okay, essentially Saylor sold a bunch, okay? Now, this is from his own private stash, okay? He was given 400,000 shares, and he sold a ton of it. He sold about 370,000 shares, something like that, okay? Well, anyways, he sold a whole bunch. He's got $370 million from this stock sale. So this is not MicroStrategy, the company. This is him as like his pay. So now people are like, okay, well, what's the deal here? Is he going to be buying more Bitcoin? Well, this is him. Okay, and I've got the SEC files here because as always, any article you see in this video will be linked in the description below. See, so we can rip on the government. We can learn about shit. So you got, this is Michael Saylor stuff here, okay? So he's got a whole bunch of stuff that he sold it for, blah, blah, blah. So remember, these people have to file what they're buying too, okay? Especially if it's going through the company. Now, with Saylor and all this, the reason I wanted to bring this up is we're still waiting for the announcement, the filing, all right, which gets posted on the SEC's website from MicroStrategy if they're buying. But the rumor on the street is that they're getting ready to buy here because they believe there's going to be more juicy action. They currently own 214,000 BTC, or 1% of all the Bitcoin in the world. It's just crazy. Okay, so that's MicroStrategy. Okay, now Grayscale. A lot of money flowing out in the ETF for Grayscale. Their fees were way too high. Part of the other problem has to do is, well, they've got some exposure, right? They've got some exposure to a few places like FTX and Genesis. Yeah, not good, okay? So there are some liabilities here with Grayscale, and their fees were really high. Their fees were either like 1.5 or 1.25%. And for comparison, I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but you could get basically the same product from other people and pay no fees for like the first year. Some people were like paying just 0.25% for fees. So I mean like 5 to 6 times less than what they were charging. So it's no wonder a lot of money flowed out. But in the overall, a lot of money flowed in. And that was extremely important because this is all traditional finance money flowing in. So on the one hand, like we got really good news like this, okay? That Grayscale sucks, okay? Grayscale sucks, USDC sucks, Jeremy Allaire's a tool there, okay? I've said it how many times now, okay? And no love lost. But my point with this is there's some good news in crypto, okay? Because look, Saylor seems like he's getting ready. You got ETFs as an overall, which have been a really good thing. In the market, there are definitely some winners and losers. The whole market isn't just following Bitcoin. As over this last month, Bitcoin has been up 1%. Look at this. ICP is up 27% in that same amount of time. So, I mean, you have some things moving very differently. Matic about 10%. Near Protocol, 10.5%. So things are moving independently. That's good news, too. Bad news, government morons spending our money. Okay. Yeah, really bad news. 420 day, and they're like, oh, we don't want to pass laws regarding that either because, oh, what would be the problem if we voted like and did stuff how the people voted for? Yeah, that's right, you guys wouldn't. By the way, it is a lot of fun hanging out with y'all in chat and so forth. And I just wanted to say that, like, you know, some of these stories are good. Some of them are very frustrating. I think as we peel back the layer of the onion when it comes to dealing with politics, spending in the United States, and not just the United States, I mean, countries across the globe are just racking up debt. And like this whole thing with Ukraine and Russia, like, dude, you're spending money you don't have, man. And that's really sad. And a lot of countries can say that. England can say it. Germany can say it. I mean, holy crap. Australia can say it. I mean, like, we're all spending a lot of money and we're not seeing anything for it. Speaking of spending money, Saylor sells his own personal MicroStrategy shares. Now, so that gives Saylor a whole ton of fiat. So Saylor going to be buying, or is he going to be giving the company the money? Going to be waiting to see, right? Because remember, they have to file with the SEC. You could go on Edgar and check it out. Seriously, just Google SEC Edgar, type in the company that you're looking for that's publicly traded, and boom, you will see all the SEC filings. And even companies that aren't publicly traded, they do that for all their filings, especially when it comes to disclosures, for securities and so forth, for unregistered securities. So yeah, it's weird, man. You've got some positivity on one side of the spectrum. You got traditional finance really being strong with crypto, and I like that. But on the other side, you just got stupid spending. And the stupid spending hurts us as a person. So, like, yeah, I get it. Like, if crypto goes up, but, like, if inflation keeps up, like, and it keeps going like this, because you guys know that inflation is way higher than what they report. So, like, you know, if it's really keeping up with the gains of a lot of these, then that just makes it a lot of risk with what reward, right? And that's where we're looking at the whole, okay, macros rule the roost, rates and so forth. That's why we pay attention to that kind of stuff, because inflation is going up, government spending is going up, debt's going up, the cost for that debt is going up, and holy shit, things are just getting higher and higher. So happy 420 day. I'll end the video with this. Fuck the government. They just suck, dude.